Looking for manga and anime collectibles? We have manga, toy, anime collectibles, complete collections, and so much more at Ultimate Comics.
Welcome to Ultimate Comics. We're the biggest shop in North Carolina, which makes us your pop culture destination. We have everything from Funko Pops to sideshow collectibles, Hot Toys, graphic novels and manga, a whole room dedicated to back issues filled with keys, and a giant wall filled with new comics. So come on down and see all your friends at your friendly neighborhood Ultimate Comics.
Flipping around.
We have 3 shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Facebook page. We have key issues, sets, new books, hot variants, and I mean, we do special events all the time. We just had Tankers #1 signed by Rob Venditti available on the show, and we're actually getting those shipped out right now. We're a little bit behind schedule. Well, how are you coming along with that, Rob? You gotta get these out.
I'm going as fast as I can. Doing covers now? What the fuck? I love it.
Hey kids, want to hear about the best comic book show on YouTube? It's What to Pick Up This Week, starring Harrison and Sienna from Ultimate Comics. Find out what books to grab each week, from the best stories to the hottest covers, and never be alone again.
What the first appearance this
The
week?
first
You
is
were like,
the Black Suit.
yeah. What? So
Yeah.
what's coming out this week? Marvel Comics.
Marvel Comics.
Big new
the
release.
start, yeah.
And they're also doing really cool 1 in 50 symbiote blanks.
flipping through it, and the art looks phenomenal.
Everyone's gonna be after this. I'm sure it's gonna be double, triple ratio.
So nice!
Yeah, that's him writing it. He had the obviously really long-running Flash Rebirth series. James Herring does the Ultra Mega cover, and Tilly Walden and Charlie Adler both do Walking Dead covers.
It captures everything that I love about Superman, like that wish fulfillment, that hopefulness. It's fantastic.
You want photos or you want to kill him?
I want a shot. Some people want that.
Little Francis Hugh does a 1 in 25, and Pepe Larraz does that little sweet 1 in 50. So a lot of really
You have options.
Number 1.
both covers.
Well, it's gonna
1
have
in
a lower.
25
It's
insanely
gonna have a lower print run.
to do a really beautiful 1 in 25.
No one's gonna want that, though.
No, J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell? Chewie is just like chucking Dingo.
A good horror book,
Yeah.
which this is horror as well, and has to do with the legend of the Bunny Mask.
You get a gorgeous Peach Momoko aforementioned Scarlet Witch cover. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. It is the Moon Knight exclusive by Joe Gisco.
Hey, please let us host the Eisners next year.
Rick and Morty comics. Like die, like you.
1 in 50. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. That's a good. Now that's a look.
Now that's a
With
look.
the ears.
That's a look. All right.
Alright. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
Just got
Mamo? Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo. Mamo.
I wear my sunglasses anytime I
Boy. Boy.
Give him out the Mindbreaker!
Berserker, Boom Studios.
Mr. Hybrid, I smell your hybrid. Mr. Hybrid, wandering down the avenue, swinging a cane, feeling no pain. Mr. Hybrid, I smell you.
can I say? I'm Kid Country! Yeah!
Live. Good night, everybody. It is finally here, the Ultimate Comics live show, Thorsday night special. You know him, you love him, or her, as the most recent case in the cinematic universe may be, and as has been the case on and off in comics since what? Jason Aaron started that story in 2015.
Sounds
Before that, more or less, give or take. I just praised every single one of those books you think I'd remember the years. But it has been a frenzy, a veritable storm of comics. So you'll have to forgive me for a minute here. Welcome, one and all. I have to just assume that every single person in the multiverse is as excited to see Thor: Love and Thunder as I am. I am likewise just going to go ahead and work off the assumption that every single one of you is almost as big of a Thor fan as I am in general. And if you're here, hopefully there's at least a few Thor books that are missing in your collection. And we're going to help you out with that tonight. So first things first, if this is your first show joining us, especially welcome so much. Go ahead and fill out that claim form. It is super easy. It's just like 3 or 4 questions so we can make sure you get your comics to you. I'm going to be yammering for another minute or two. You're not going to miss anything. I promise. It's the little blue hyperlink that's going to be in the video description. It should also be the top pinned comment. We're making it very easy for you to find and very easy for you to fill out. While you're filling that out and you're still listening to me, how this is going to work, I've got boxes and boxes of Thor comics and a few Guardians of the Galaxy and a few Thor adjacent books that are going to be going up. A lot of you like to claim items just by saying the title. That is certainly not going to work tonight, as the title name for 90% of the books is going to be Thor. If you just say Thor in the comments, that is nothing. That means literally nothing. Daniel, if anybody tries to claim using just the word Thor, just ignore it entirely, because it's going to be almost everything. It's like if you tuned in on May the 4th and just said Star Wars. We have gone ahead and labeled our 9 spaces on this little display right up front. Use the letters and if you can get some details about the book, the issue number, the character first appearance, the significant thing about it, the character that's on the cover, any more information is going to make it a lot easier to make sure that everybody gets the books that they want. We do have a master feed that is pulling from everybody that is watching on Facebook. It's also compiling everybody that is watching on YouTube and any other streaming platforms that we may figure out in the future or may have figured out in the past that I'm unaware of. So it is entirely at the behest of our master controller, Daniel, here in the corner. Which one of those claims comes in on our end first? The way that Facebook orders the comments, your comment is always going to show up on your Facebook before somebody else's if they come in at a similar time. So even if it's saying that you claim something a little ahead of somebody else, we might have it in a different order. So just be ready for that. We offer $8 flat rate shipping anywhere in these beautiful United States. That is going to include tonight's show plus any books that you claimed on the Tuesday night show. Make it real easy. We've got some big sets. You're looking at, that God of Thunder set is 25 books. You're going to get that for just $8 flat rate shipping. You can get 2-3 slabs, just $8 flat rate shipping. We ship everything out USPS first class or priority or FedEx 2-day express. So all of those packages are going to get sent out with the highest available shipping option and fully insured by us for just $8 flat rate. That is the best shipping deal that you could possibly get. We lose so much on shipping, but you know, it's just part of our shtick because we genuinely want you to get as many comics as you possibly can. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, so you have a minute. Go ahead and share this video. Share it on any of your friends who might be into Thor, might want to pick up some Thor comics. Share it in any of your comic book collecting groups, any of your Norse mythology groups. Go ahead and share this video on your own personal timeline. Go ahead and share it on your story so it annoyingly pops up on everybody's feed ahead of anything else. And they'll just see my mean mug repping the God of Thunder up here. Every time that you shared in a public space, we're going to get a little notification. And at the end of the show, we're going to put you all on a list, got a random number generator. And one of you is going to go home with these beauties right here. This is the Ultimate Comics exclusive variants for Thor issue number 1. This is from the Donny Cates series. It is a Joe Jusko variant cover, which is of course an homage to that classic Sal Buscema artwork. You're gonna get the base logo version. We got the classic Thor corner box in there, as well as the full art Virgin variant, and we're giving that away for free. We'll probably, after we do the giveaway, we'll let you know how much the price is. So if you didn't win it and you want to go ahead and get yourself a copy of one or both of them, we'll have that available at that time. And then last but not least is always the case on any of our shows, but especially when we do these really big theme shows that are going to have a lot of very collectible items, there might be something that you see on the show today that you just absolutely have to have on your collection and is just a little bit outside of your weekly budget. We do offer a no fees layaway program wherein any person, or rather every single person watching the show, can put any one item on layaways. If it is a set, like I mentioned, if you watch the preview post, you know we've got a full set of Jason Aaron's Thor God of Thunder 1 through 25. That counts as one single item because we are selling it as one single item. You can go ahead and put that on layaway. We're giving you up to 6 months to pay it off. The minimum terms on that this week, you're going to get an invoice for a minimum of 10% down, and then every month you're going to get an invoice for 15% minimum of the total. You get 6 months at 15% plus 10% as a down payment. That totals 100%. 6 months, bing, bang, boom. You are always welcome to get it paid off faster than that. If you want to put down a larger down payment and make those monthly payments lower, if you want to do a 25% down payment and then 25% once a week and get it knocked out in 3 or 4 weeks, we can make that work, just as long as you hit those minimums. Once you have put that that item down on layaway, first of all, when you make your claim, follow it up letting us know that you want to put that on layaway so we can get the invoicing on it right. If you currently have something on layaway and want to put something new on layaway, just shoot us a message. Daniel will be able to shoot you an invoice for the remainder of your current layaway so we can set up the new one. And I feel like that basically covers the gist of our layaways. There's no additional fee. There's no interest on that, especially with a lot of these Thor books. We've seen what's in the trailer, but they've been pretty tight-lipped so far about any of the little bits and secrets. I guarantee you there's going to be 2 or 3 major things that pop up in this movie that are going to spike like crazy, probably starting to trickle in once a lot of people have seen the advanced screenings early next week. So, you know, it doesn't matter if that book doubles in price in a week. Whatever price we decided to sell it for tonight is the price that you are going to pay for it. So it's a pretty sweet deal. I think that covers pretty much all of our pre-show info.
I think you got it.
Everybody doing great. Everybody ready for a ruckus good time? I think we've got at least a couple Thor fans who follow along, probably wondering where all the Thor books have been for the past few months. If I've been holding them all for this special.
Yeah, I've got a few people. Is there any Thor tonight? Any Thor tonight?
We'll have a couple.
Any
We'll have a
Loki
couple.
tonight?
Might be one or two Lokis. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Patrick says, "Good evening. May Odin be with us tonight."
Thank you.
Try to
Thank
secure
you.
some comments.
I'm going to start nice and easy. This is Jason Aaron's Thor issue number 1. This is from his final Thor series after the whole God of Thunder saga, after the Jane Foster saga. This is how he wraps it all up. Thor getting a plethora of new hammer options. The MSRP on this is an oversized first issue. You've got Mike Del Mundo artwork with Christian Ward doing the colors. $5.99 original MSRP. We've got it for just $3. If you're looking to pick up a real fun, real easy first issue of a Thor series, going down on a $3, half off the original price. You got it.
Patrick says, "How many Thor comics did we price for this show?"
Not enough. Not enough. Which is why I had to dip a little bit into some of Thor's buddies. As mentioned, a lot of you, I'm sure, very excited to see Thor teaming up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So we've got Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 21. This is the Dustin Wynn Rocket and Groot variant. It is absolutely gorgeous. Painted art cover. It's going to be in near mint condition. It is just $5 for all our Rocket and Groot fans. So even if you already have that issue, you probably skipped out on that variant, didn't even know it happened. Or if you just like Rocket and Groot, you just like Dustin Wynn, a lot of good reasons. Snap up that sucker.
Adam's saying he heard that Christian Bale had never heard of the MCU before his gore role. Must have been in a cave.
I believe that he said that.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's no way you can be a professional actor in Hollywood and have never heard of it. I could almost believe that he was unaware that people called the connected universe the MCU, but there's no way that he just never heard of a movie called The Avengers that happened to have made more money than any other movie ever made.
Yeah,
It's just impossible.
Jimmy Lee's taking the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Excellent. I got a couple of those. If anyone else wants one, let me know. Just $5.
And then Joe Ridley was following up by saying the Batcave.
That makes sense. All right.
That's fitting.
He wasn't under a rock. He was under Wayne Manor. All right. Because you demanded a little Loki action for you. Here is the Lionel Castellani 1 in 25 Lego variant for Thor God of Thunder issue number 14. You got Lego Loki on his Lego Loki throne. That one going to be $25. That book is in near mint condition. Perfect for any Loki fans, any Lego fans, and of course, any Thor fans. That's great. If you're a Thor reader looking for a big chunk of Thor, we've got the Thor Epic Collection, the War of the Pantheons. There's a big old chunk with, I want to say, like 20 issues. It's 383 through 400. It's almost 18 issues in there, coming at you just over $1 a book. It's in brand new condition. It's got the epic moment where Cap first lifts Mjolnir, proved himself worthy. That one going to be just $28.
Scott's picking up a copy of that Guardians of the Galaxy on B.
Excellent. Thank you. So looks like we've got some Guardians fans.
Sean Connolly's picking up the Marvel Masterworks on D.
The Epic Collection?
Epic Collection.
Yeah. That one we do just have the one copy of. We talking about that Jason Aaron run, obviously a big influence on the upcoming movie. We've got the 4-issue King Thor set. This is going to be Jason Aaron's grand finale to his 5-year run on Thor. You're gonna have Thor in the far future, the All-Father Thor, and his final battle against his adopted brother Loki. You're also going to get the final confrontation of Thor versus Gore. So if you're a big fan of seeing those matchups, Jason Aaron really, just putting everything into this character, into this series. And this is it. This is how it all plays out at the end of time. Here it is, all 4 issues, near mint condition, $28. We're gonna go from last to first. Go ahead and put up the book you've all been waiting for. Make sure this is actually the right one. There's so many Thor #1s. Y'all are welcome. Yes, this is it. This is Thor #1 from 2014. Going down on F for Fiona Staples, the artist from Saga, getting I think her first published work at Marvel Comics. It's going to be this Thor variant. It is the first female Thor cover after Jane Foster takes over. It launches with the close-up, that issue with the close-up with her face. This is going to be her first full cover. It is a 1 in 25 variant. She is smashing the ice giant right in the face. It is super badass, painted artwork, near mint condition, $40. It is the first full appearance of Jane Foster as Thor.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that amazing? We'll hop over to G, do a big ol' set on Guardians of the Galaxy. This is going to be the first 10 issues of the Steve McNiven, Brian Michael Bendis, Guardians of the Galaxy. The big issue in here that a lot of people are very excited about, of course, going to be the first full appearance of Angela at Marvel Comics, issue #5, joining the Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, a lot of things about that character seem to fit in with the upcoming movie. Obviously, the Guardians of the Galaxy are in it. Obviously, they have made Angela Thor's sister in Marvel continuity. They put out a casting call for a character that they have yet to disclose who that character is going to be in that movie. A lot of people speculating it is Angela. This takes you through the first, I think, 3 full story arcs of the Bendis run. This is the first series that came out after the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So going to tie in really well with that version of the Guardians, especially if you're familiar with sort of the 1990s. All 10 issues together, near mint condition, $50.
Yeah, Arnie put a lot of work into getting these sets put together.
I've been making sets for so long. You know how much I love sets. Yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna last with all these books, but just go ahead and put up our first big preview book of the night. Going over to H, going to be the first appearance of the High Evolutionary. Another kind of double down with Thor and the Guardians, as he's already been announced as going to be one of the primary characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Might have a little cameo at the end of Thor, kind of makes sense. They're setting it up. Might pop up again at some point at the Christmas special that James Gunn is doing at Disney. We don't know. It is in good condition. You can't really tell as there is... but there's a tear on the front cover. But the book is otherwise, I mean, it's entirely complete. You got the first fanfare in here as well as the first man beast. So a lot of big items in there. That is $120.
So Patrick's picking up a Guardians of the Galaxy on B. So if you
Sounds good. Yeah, anyone else wants one, let us know. And on because I think that every single Thor fan should go ahead and have a copy of this. It's a no-brainer. It's the first appearance of Thor. Journey into Mystery, issue number 83 from 1962. Also going to be the first appearance of Mjolnir. Kind of the first appearance of Korg. First appearance of Donald Blake. This was a reprint that came out to coincide with Jack Kirby's 100th birthday, which I think is kind of like a super cool way to do it. You get the little Kirby 100th kind of logo right there in the corner. It's just $15. It's going to be in near mint condition. If you don't have a copy of the first appearance of Thor, this is going to be about the best way to get it. And again, I've got a couple copies. So if anyone else wants one, let us know.
We can't do a deal on I. We just sold one at full price. Thomas is picking up a copy.
Excellent.
Ralph's picking up a copy.
Go up to A for the USA Avengers in the great state of Alabama. Of course, could have easily slid into next week's big Independence Day special, but seemed a little bit more appropriate for our Thor show here. They did a special variant cover for all 50 states and Puerto Rico, as well as Washington, D.C., where they each got assigned their very own Avenger. It only makes sense that Thor, God of Thunder, Jane Foster would be set in Alabama protecting their tides because that is the home state of Thor's scribe, Jason Aaron. So I'm sure he pulled a couple strings to get his character in his state. If I remember correctly, we got Namor here in North Carolina, which I'm pretty good with.
Yeah.
I was really pushing for Squirrel Girl with the whole Oak City and the squirrels kind of connection.
I think the whole acorn.
Exactly. Would have been perfect, but I'm not going to turn my nose up at the Prince of Atlantis. So I think we did all right. What's like super crazy about Thor is that, like, as great as Jason Aaron's run on Thor is, like, it's still just like top 3. Like,
insane.
It's insane. It's so epic. But I think a lot of people would go ahead and tell you that the Walt Simonson run is one of the single best comic stories ever told. This is going to be Thor issue 344. It is in very fine condition. It is the first appearance of Malekith the Accursed, the villain from Thor 2, The Dark World, played by Christopher Eccleston. It is an incredibly good book if you've never read any of Simonson's Thor. This one reads as a pretty solid one-shot issue and pretty key issue for just $8. Kind of crazy how affordable a lot of these are. The first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, Walt Simonson's first issue, 337, was just so phenomenally popular, so spectacular that, like, a lot of the early issues of his run are just going to be a little bit easier to find.
Alex is picking up the Thor on B.
You've got it.
Smiley says, "Hello, everyone. COVID kid here."
Hey, Smiley. Sorry you got COVID. I hope some comics will help you feel better. I know that it worked for me.
Dustin says the Beta Ray is way underutilized.
It really is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of those 2 or 3 big surprises in the new movie, and you're going to start seeing him more
For real.
in the comics too.
So we got that tease with his head.
Yeah, you got a little. I'm just saying, it's there. Going over on C from our friend Chris Giarusso, who is famous for doing the mini Marvel's backup stories, has his own creator-owned character G-Man that gets published through Image Comics. Doing just like a fun little hippo Thor on this Avengers blank cover. This is a one-of-a-kind original sketch cover done in blue line and Sharpie marker by Chris Giarusso. The book is in near mint condition, and it's just $30 for an original sketch from a professional comic book artist.
Seth says there's a lot of scenes in those trailers where they have enough open space for a character to be digitally added or removed.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And they've done it before with a lot of the MCU movies, like very purposefully, shown a full scene and had characters that are in the scene in the movie, not in the trailer. They started doing it with, I think, Infinity War, where they had the Hulkbuster armor with, sorry, spoilers on Infinity War, if you've missed out on that so far. But you watched the trailer and just waiting for your time to see the movie. Going on D for Dale Keown. This is Thor's issue number 2. This is probably my favorite of the spin-off series during Jonathan Hickman's epic Secret Wars. The Thor Corps, sort of the peacekeeping force on Battle World, comprised of the every remaining Thor from throughout the multiverse. The variant covers for every single issue highlighting one of those Thors. This one is a very worthy Groot, not only worthy to wield Mjolnir, but as we've seen in the MCU, worthy to be the hammer of Thor, as his arm is the shaft for Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
Which I thought was particularly cool. Obviously, Groot going to be in Thor 3, or I guess this one's 4 already?
I guess.
Yeah,
So.
Thor
Yeah.
4. Which I'm very excited about, obviously. And it just kind of all fits together. Dale Keown, obviously a tremendous artist. I think his art style works particularly well for the kind of woody exterior. I also really love, and I'm not sure if you can see it from back here, so I'm going to give you the close-up. His cape is like a bed of leaves. Like coming out of his back. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
I just noticed the helmet before, but yeah, I didn't catch on to the cape as well.
We'll flip up here. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it sort of looks like his Mjolnir is coming out of his hand too. Just all in all, just an incredibly cool book. And that's a 1:25 ratio variant by Dale Keown, near mint condition, $40.
Seth was saying they removed Spider-Man from the Civil War trailers.
Right? Yeah.
Until they
he's
didn't.
He's
But
in
yeah.
like half of that scene, like
Mhm.
every other shot.
I still think though, if they hadn't revealed him in that final trailer, that would have been like the coolest theater experience.
Man, there's so many little things like that where it's just like they just can't do those things anymore. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm really hoping that I make it into 11 Thunder with a few surprises still left.
Same.
So, going over on E, this is, I think, one of the most underrated key issues. The All New, All Different Avengers, issue number 4 by Mark Waid. You can get it in near mint condition, just $5. It has a gorgeous painted cover by Alex Ross, where you get the midair smooch between Thor and Captain America. Taika Waititi has already said that Jane Foster is sticking around. We already know that Captain America 4 is going to have Sam Wilson as Captain America. They haven't, I don't think, officially announced any movies in the upcoming slate with the word Avengers in the title, but don't be at all surprised to see both members on the next team. I wouldn't be that surprised if they call the movie the all new, all different Avengers or make some reference to it. And if this moment happens cinematically, this book's going to skyrocket. If this moment never happens cinematically, still an incredibly cool issue, a lot of fun. And I mean, for $5, you just get a big old Avengers battle that ends with a kiss. It's a classic. It's everything that you want from a good story.
Derek's taking an Avengers on E.
You've got it. And I've got a couple of those. Oh, we got this space. Let's go F4 for a first. And then G as well. I've got, y'all know the drill. Coming up, 2 books, same book, different condition. They're going to be very different price points. Just let us know. Be very specific with which one you are claiming. The hottest book, Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 2, CGC graded at a 9.8 near mint plus or a 9.4 near mint condition. That's going to be $325. It is the first appearance of Gore the God Butcher in a cameo. So you get the Knoll label at the top or the Thor label on the near mint cover. Just $185. If you're holding out for some slabs, here you go.
I got Alex Mendez from one of those Avengers on E.
Excellent.
Is the H that you just picked up Jack Kirby?
Yes. Yes, starring Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. And possibly the briefest, most unnecessary guest appearance you've ever seen. Love it.
I just realized that he claimed that Avengers as a Jane Wilson.
I love it. Give him a couple's name already.
Yep. Any Young Avengers #1?
Not tonight. We just sold a ton of Young Avengers #1s on the Pride show, and I don't think we have any left over at the moment.
Yeah. You can message us. We can always check, but yeah, I don't think we do.
All right, same thing. 2 books, different conditions, different prices. This is the 1 in 50 Ed McGuinness variant for Thor issue number 9. The one on H is going to be near mint minus. The one on I is in very fine. It's going to why the 1 in 50 is at half ratio here. Look at that, just huge beefy deltoid and triceps from Thor right here. Classic Ed McGuinness style from the current series on Thor, 25 or 20. Depending on what condition and what price point you're looking for. I think one of the all-time most fun Thor stories, a little 3-issue jaunt into the swamp. This is going to be Thor issue 364, 365, and 366. They're all going to be fine, very fine to very fine near mint condition, kind of varying grades across this, but it's going to be the complete Thor Frog of Thunder saga. It is, of course, going to be the first appearance of Thor as a frog. You're also going to get the first appearance of the frog that becomes Throg, Frog of Thunder, later down the line. That is Puddle Gulp, also known as Simon Walterson, named after his creator, of course, the epic Walt Simonson. The 364 and the 366 are going to be higher grade of the two. They're kind of the bigger ones. It's going to be the one where Thor becomes a frog, and the one where you get that first cover appearance of Thor as a frog. All three issues together, just $75.
Didn't know that Frog had like a name.
Right? Crazy. Go over to B for some Bronze Age Thor. Got Thor 227 teaming up with Hercules and Firelord. That one's going to be in fine condition. It is just $10. As a lot of you know, Hercules also one of my favorite Avengers, a long-time ally and companion for Thor, and with Herc's dear old dad showing up and confirmed and seen in the trailers for Thor: Love and Thunder. At this point, almost a certainty to show up, surprising us all in the new movie. If not here, soon. That one gonna be just $10.
Sawyer's picking that out.
Sounds good.
You got an offer on H.
What you got?
You got it. So H is at 25. The offer is for 18.
She's at 25. We'll go 18. Yeah, I can do that. And then we'll go ahead and call the other one 15 if anyone wants it.
Alright, so let's go into Seth.
Got that Dale Keown variant for the Thor's Secret Wars tie-in. We're going to go right next to that with issue number 1 from that series with the John Tyler Christopher variant for Thor issue number 1. They're really fun, having a little bit of fun with the original Secret Wars toy line, showing off some of the big characters as though they were figures in that original action figure on card look, which, I mean, as a lot of you I'm sure are familiar with, kind of the first real action figure style action figures. They have the Migos, but they're all cloth and kind of more like a hybrid between what you would consider an action figure and a doll in today's day and age. But really fun, near mint condition, just $4.
Daniel Stephen Sanchez is picking up the Thor on I for 15.
Sounds good.
Any signed comics tonight?
That Chris Giarrusso one that I just pulled was signed by Chris Giarrusso after he did the original artwork on it. There's probably one or two other things like that. I know there's at least one other original artwork that is also signed by the artist. Not sure if there's another one or not. Go up on D. This one, I think, a really underrated key issue. This is Marvel Spotlight issue number 6. A lot of people focusing on the Thor specific books in related to Love and Thunder, but again, Guardians of the Galaxy in the movie, almost certainly going to be setting up their next big foray. This is going to be the first appearance of Star-Lord in comics. He first shows up in the Marvel Premiere magazine and has a couple stories in there. This is going to be the first time it translates to the actual Marvel comics. Pretty nice copy. It's going to be fine to very fine condition. It is just $40. You're a big Star-Lord fan, obviously leader of the modern iteration of the Guardians of the Galaxy, although it took him a few minutes to get out there.
Would you do F for 280? You have it at 325.
F for 280. I will go down to $290. You got that 10 extra bucks. Let's make it happen.
All right, Mark, let us know if that works for you. Any DC tonight?
I didn't prepare any DC, but I feel like I'm just gonna run out of Thor stuff at some point here, and then we'll be going to leftover stock from previous unsold stuff from Tuesday. And if that is the case, then yes, we'll get down on some DC. We'll see how it goes. The more Thor books you buy, the more likely it is that we have DC books.
There you go. Probably not any Spawn tonight, but same deal. If we get through the Thor.
If we sell all the Thors, we'll see what's in there. Over on E, this is going to be Thor, the Mighty Avenger. This was by Chris Samney and Roger Langridge, the Eisner Award-winning duo, doing an 8-issue, all ages appropriate miniseries. This series was nominated for an Eisner, may have won for Best All Ages Publication. I can't remember. I believe Volume 1 was like $40 on Amazon. This is entirely out of print in any format. We've got both books together for just $20, which I think is about half off the cover price for them, just because I adore this series. It's everything that is great about Thor. It is fun. It is charming. You get all kinds of aspects of the mythology and all the other gods, and it's just an absolutely incredible story. If you've never read it before, it is a great introduction to the character. If you're a huge Thor fan and you've read all of the Kirby stuff and all of the Simon stuff and all of the Aaron stuff, and you haven't read this story, it slides right in. Going to be one of your all-time favorite Thor stories, or Thories, as I like to call them.
All right. Alex is picking up the Thor on C.
Sounds good. We've got a couple of those if anyone else wants one. Not as many as some of the other things, but a couple.
Would you do D for 25? You at 40?
I think the lowest I'll go on that is 32. So if you can come up 7, I can go down 8. So I'm still on your side of it. I think I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna retag that. F.
That original sketch that you would put back.
Yeah, $30.
Would you do it for 20?
I'll take 24.
What is on C? It is Thor's #1, the action figure variant.
Yeah, that is Thor's issue #1. This is the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. It's a comic book. The amount of people that buy these on the internet, assuming it is a toy, is staggering. It's in near mint condition. It's the first issue of the Secret Wars crossover that has all of the Thors as kind of almost like a Green Lantern deal, where they're the peacekeeping force of Battle World. Really cool comic. Really cool concept.
Dave says 32 works for D, and Michelle
Sounds good.
says 24 works for that art piece or sketch cover.
Sounds good. I'll figure out.
And then Drew's taking a Thor's 1 on C.
Awesome.
He loves that series, and he doesn't have that cover.
Well, now you do. Some Thor adjacent Silver Age comic, Daredevil, issue #30, DD face to face with Thor. Not a matchup that I would think he would come out of particularly favorable. Really nice copy for a Silver Age book. Going to be in fine to very fine condition. Just $80 if you're looking for those Thor tie-ins, those guest appearances, or if you're just a Silver Age fan, a Daredevil fan. A lot going on that one. Up on D, obviously for dang. What boy would that be difficult?
Dang.
D for difficult.
What a good book. What is on E?
This is Thor the Mighty Avenger. It is two graphic novel collection of the Roger Langridge, Chris Samney, Eisner Award-winning team. The entire book has this gorgeous Chris Samney artwork. He won the Eisner for Daredevil, coincidentally. And it's just sort of like classic Silver Age-esque Thor tales in the Marvel Universe. It is charming. It is fun. It is energetic. It is powerful. It is just sort of everything that you could possibly want from a Thor comic. Both volumes together, just $20. Because we, like you, are huge Thor fans and particularly love some of, as you mentioned, the less utilized characters of the Marvel Universe. We did our very own store exclusive special that we started as just our little way to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the 25th anniversary of Fantastic Four issue number 1 by re-releasing the Marvel frame variants. This was our original artwork featuring John Romita Jr.'s border with all new, all different characters that were around in the 1980s and did not get their time in the frame sun frame. This is actually, I believe, the very first issue that we had done in the set. It's got the Walt Simonson classic corner box and the Stormbreaker in the corner. This is CGC graded at a 9.8. That is, of course, going to be near mint plus condition.
What is the issue number and the condition of the Daredevil on D?
It is issue number 30, and it is in fine to very fine condition. So it's like a 7.0. Pretty high grade for a Silver Age book. We also have that beta rebuild, issue number 1. Again, this is store exclusive, so we've got it raw. If you just wanted to thumb through it, it's got incredible artwork and story by Daniel Warren Johnson. If you wanted your reader copy there. So $100 CGC graded, 9.8, $25 raw.
Yeah. Willie T's picking up the Daredevil on D.
You've got it, Willie. A frequent nemesis of both Thor and the Guardians. Little Thanos action. Obviously, Thor, the one to finally fell the Mad Titan in a couple of ways, a couple of times, in a couple of different universes. This is going to be Thanos issue number 1. It's going to be in near mint minus condition. This is from the ongoing series by Jeff Lemire, I believe, did the that first 2 story arcs. It is just $48. It is, of course, the hip hop variant. Every villain needs an infinity gauntlet. That sure is a tagline based on the album, but I'm horrible at album covers. So if anyone wants to go ahead and pop in the comments, let us know which album cover that is an homage to. I'm sure we'd all enjoy that information. Going for some more Loki books. We got Thor 275. Gonna have the first appearance of Sigyn. I'm not great at Norse names. It is Loki's wife. You're also going to get the first appearance of Hermod, who is the Norse messenger god, the Norse god of speed. He's the one that volunteered to go to Hell and retrieve Balder at the behest of his mother. That one going to be in fine to very fine condition and is just $12.
What is on F and G?
F and G are both Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 2. It is because it is the first gore. CGC graded at a 9.8 or CGC graded at a 9.4. The one on F we just dropped to $290. The one on G we've got marked at $185. I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
Yeah, I think you got
Okay.
got the intro. And then the Thanos hip hop cover is inspired by the album "Every Hero Needs a Villain" by Czarface.
Oh, there you go. How perfect. I love how well they fit those all together.
Oh yeah, that whole series is great. Probably that would probably be the only hip hop variant that we'll have up tonight. I don't think we have.
There is another.
I have lied
No,
to you.
There is.
There
No,
is-
you didn't. You said probably. You
That's
didn't
fair.
know. The chances of me having 2 hip hop variants in such a specific show
We can't
pretty
do-
slim.
We can't do an offer on H or I because those are exclusive.
Yeah, these are store exclusives. The owner is very picky about us not doing like any price reductions on those. I'll tell you what I can do. If you promise to not tell Alan, if you buy H, if you get a CGC graded 9.8 copy, I will throw in a raw copy for free. That can be the special deal that I do for it. So $100, you'll get a graded copy and an extra copy.
Thorsday special.
Thorsday special. It's a Thorsday miracle.
Any Hulk?
I don't think so. As many times as Thor and the Hulk have tussled, I don't think I had any set aside for the show. They all got put out, or might be 1 or 2 kicking in my Hulk box. I didn't even think to look.
Smiley said Katie's gonna tell on you.
Katie,
Don't do it.
why don't y'all tell me Katie's watching? Katie, don't tell Alan. Be cool, man. Could you just be cool?
Just be cool. Be cool. Austin says he just got his Black Cat #1 Ultimate Comics exclusive in the mail today, and it's
Very radical.
beautiful.
That was the Art Adams. Around A, we've got the Nick Klein design variant. This one pretty cool. This is from his big redesign of Thor as he took over as Herald of Galactus. I like that he went into like with and without the cape, kind of how the cape connects. Something that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even really think about. But obviously Nick did. Gonna be a near mint minus condition, just $3. This is the 3rd printing variant. So it's gonna have a pretty low print run on that. Just $5.
Yeah, Nick Klein's art throughout that entire series has been gorgeous.
Yeah, he's done a few different series with Donny Cates as well now, right?
I think so.
I want to say he also did the Thanos series with him, didn't he?
I forget, honestly.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
what do we do here? Because I make Daniel do research in the middle of the show. Over on E, we've got the Mighty Thor issue number 1. This is from the Matt Fraction series. It is the movie variant featuring a very handsome Christopher Hemsworth donning the costume, and our first kind of sneak peek of him in full costume. I got the bright red cape on a kind of black and white background. That book is in near mint condition. It is going to be just $12, especially if you're a big fan of the movie version of Thor. A good one to pick up.
Right. Zuma, can you clarify what that claim is on, please?
Did they just say Thor?
They said, I will this for $2.90.
Oh, I mean, there's only one thing we have at $2.90, so
True.
That's got to be F. And we do only have the one copy. Oh, gee.
We'll put you down for a Thor God of Thunder number 2, CGC 98 for $2.90. Make sure that you fill out our form and send me pinned comments so we can get you invoiced on Sunday.
We're going to go Hulk adjacent, well, not the Hulk proper. This one's going pretty cool. It is from that Matt Fraction run. This is Thor, issue number 7, going to be near mint minus condition. It is the 1 in 50 Alan Davis variant. It is, of course, an homage to Jack Kirby's Hulk issue number 1. Instead of General Ross and the like in the background, you get the Warriors 3 and Sif. Obviously, you get Donald Blake rather than Bruce Banner, and Thor looming in the background. Is he man or god, or is he both? Fantasy as you like it. 1 in 50 variant, just $30. On This one's super fun. It is the Thor Annual, issue number 1. It is the Marguerite Sauvage variant. It is in near mint condition. It is a one-shot issue that came out at the middle of the first Jane Foster Thor series. It is just $20. It is, I just think a really great cover. I love her art style. Yeah, she does some of the DC Bombshells, that series. She did some Batwoman, and some other just like really cool stuff. I'm really glad that they got her to do a Thor variant, and it is great. Over on H again. I think this book is criminally undervalued right now, and I think this is a book that is very likely to at least double in price in a week from today. This is going to be Avengers issue number 45, the Avengers versus the Super Adaptoid. You've got Cap's Avengers with Hawkeye, Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch on the team. You got Hank Pym back on it as Goliath. However, the big selling point on this is Derek picking it up.
That was the part I was most interested in.
Yeah, realistically, that's what we're worried about here at Ultimate Comics. more Thor variants. This one from Russell Dodderman, the artwork who did the first Jane Foster series and the second Jane Foster series with Jason Aaron. This is the Mighty Thor issue number 1. Right after they first reveal the identity of Thor to be Jane Foster, they do an homage to the cover on issue number 1 of Thor, where you see Jane in the helmet. You're not really sure who she is, showing off the Jane Foster split persona. This was a 1 in 20 variant. It is incredibly hard to find. It is in near mint condition, and we've got that one for $125. Since we're talking about that big reveal, we've got that issue CGC graded at a 9.8 right here. Thor issue number 8, the issue immediately preceding the Mighty Thor number 1. Just $100. Gonna get you that CGC 9.8 big key issue, big moment for Thor. Going up to A for a little double A action. We've got the complete 1 through 10 plus the AU one shot plus the free comic book day primer for the Age of Ultron, all 12 issues together for just $24. It's going to be the first appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. We had that Guardians of the Galaxy set earlier with her first full appearance. She cameos at the very end of this miniseries. This whole miniseries exists for basically 2 reasons. One, for them to go ahead and copyright the name Age of Ultron like 2 or 3 years before the movie. They wanted to kind of mask who the villain would be. And 2, to officially come up with a way to introduce Angela into the Marvel Universe. A little bit of cosmic origins in that as well. The fact that you can get this set, given that it's
Jimmy Lee's picking it up.
you got it, Jimmy Lee? Speaking of those good old Guardians of the Galaxy, following up with the Guardians of Nowhere, another Secret Wars tie-in, sort of what the Guardians characters were doing on Battle World. This one really cool, was part of their Gwen Stacy Appreciation Month, where they kind of mashed her up with a bunch of different Marvel characters. This is the Rob Guillory, who is the artist from Chew Gwenum variant. It's going to be a near mint minus condition for just $25. It is the first appearance of Gwenum, a story arc that they have now already run in the comics, I think in a couple different ways. A lot of people looking at perhaps a live action or even animated with the Spider-Verse movies, seeing the symbiotes bleed into the spider characters a little bit more and perhaps being passed around from spider to spider. A lot of possibilities there. And honestly, just a really cool cover. Like, if nothing else, like that alone makes it super worth it. And that was going to be just $25. Go ahead and put up something pretty big that I adore. This is going to be the complete Thor 1 through 8 plus the annual, all 9 issues, near mint condition. It's going to be the first cover appearance of Jane Foster as Thor, the first full appearance of Jane Foster as Thor, and all of those big moments from her first getting her first series. You're going to get all 9 books together, all going to be high grade copies, just $150. This is the Jane Foster Thor series. It is everything from her first full appearance through her big reveal. It is kind of all that backstory. It is so much fun. You're going to get a couple of their first appearances in there. And if you don't have this set yet, it is the cornerstone for everything that's happening with Jane Foster in the MCU for sure at this point, as well as everything going forward with that character in the comic book universe. That one's on B, because you better believe it.
Would you be able to show off the books in the set for B again?
Sure.
I just had a little bit of a glare. From where
Yeah,
you
that's
were
fair.
holding.
I can go through them one at a time because they are all phenomenal. Russell Dodderman does full covers and interiors for the entire series. So there's issue number 2. Issue number 3, just busting through the ice like a total badass. That's what it's under B for badass. Yeah, there you get her meeting Odinson for the first time. There's your first double Thor. Really cool. Obviously, he is understandably a bit confused. Number 5, I think this is such a just like phenomenal cover where you have the sun setting over the logo. You got the vanquished frost giants.
And you said these are all first print.
First print, main cover. Got your little Thor related characters, your Avengers, all in kind of speculating who could Thor be. Could it be Roz Solomon? Could it be Scarlet Witch? Could it be Captain Marvel? Could it be Black Widow? A lot of options at the time. Could it be Thor's mom? Could it be Enchantress? Could it be Sif? Could it be Valkyrie? Thor versus the Destroyer, and of course the epic reveal.
What are the grades?
In this set, they should all be near mint condition. The 6 and 7 might be like a near mint minus. They go like 1 or 2 tiny things. Obviously, the big 2 issues in the set are going to be the number 1 and the number 8. The number 2 a little bit as well. That's her first full appearance. All 3 of those are going to be near mint condition.
Would you do Thanos on D for 40 or 48?
Yeah, we can do that. And I got a couple copies if anyone else wants one. $40 it is.
And Gustavus wants to know, Tarny, are
What's
you
up?
ready for Sandman?
Am I ready for Sandman? I want to say yes, because I am excited for Sandman, but I don't think any of us are really ready. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to blow a lot of people out of the water. I watched that first little teaser they put out, and it looks insane. I'm so excited. It is one of the all-time great stories in any medium. I have heard that Neil Gaiman has been working so closely with the production team, and you know, we've seen when he works really closely with his adaptations, like what's it, Stardust, and obviously Good Omens. And I just can't imagine it's going to be anything other than just top shelf.
Same.
All right, now that we got that Thor set out, let's go ahead and pop up the big one. First full appearance, first cover appearance, Jane Foster as Thor. This is where she officially takes the mantle. CGC graded, 9.8, $225. I'm gonna retag that Thanos.
Do B for 100. You have it 150 for Jubilee.
That's going to be a bit low, but I will go halvesies with you and call it 125. It's a full set, all 9 issues, all high grade. I think that is a great deal.
All right. See how you want to do this. Smiley, was that claiming B at full price at 150? If you can confirm, and then otherwise Jimmy's accepted the deal at 125.
Well, I've got great news. I have 2 full sets. You can each get one at 125. Jimmy and Smiley.
Oh, Smiley says nope, but I did have the next in line after Jimmy is Ben Davis.
So those are both claimed now?
Both claims. So I got
Sounds
Jimmy
good.
Lee and Ben Davis. Both getting the Thor set for $125. Bernie is taking C on layaway.
Excellent. Also have 2 copies of that. So if anyone else wants one. One still available.
You can just fill out our form again. It's the linked comment or pinned comment, and you can update us with your new address. Would you do H for 90? You have it at 125 for Mark.
Call it a flat hundo. We'll come down 25 and you do 10 more. I almost feel like you were expecting me to come up to 100. Like I know what you really wanted.
Play mind games if you know.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it. I love playing games. You know, I don't know if you know that about me. I'm a gamesman. That's why they call me the game master. That and also for 3 other reasons.
Will you divulge those 3 reasons throughout the show?
No, but what I might do is like do them like riddles.
Okay.
And see at some point so I can piece them all together. All right, we just mentioned that's one series has the first meeting of Odinson and the all-newly christened Thor. If you want to kind of follow what was going on with Odinson, they did a little 5-issue miniseries of The Unworthy Thor. It was pretty awesome. Written by Jason Aaron, Olivier Coipel doing the artwork, coming back to the character after he did the phenomenal J. Michael Straczynski run. This is a 5-issue miniseries, all 5 issues in near mint condition. I was like super hoping that I could get the complete Jason Aaron Thor like mega set for the show tonight, but we didn't have like any of the books after Mighty Thor, so we broke them up into smaller, more digestible sets. A lot of people, I think, were following sort of the main series of Thor: God of Thunder, Thor, Mighty Thor, and the like. Maybe missed out on the Unworthy Thor coming out towards the end of the run. If you're a big Odinson fan, it is an essential part of that story and obviously has a lot to do with how he ends up coming back as Thor. Just $24 for all 5 issues.
Would you do E that you just picked up for 10?
Yeah, for sure we can do that.
All right, let's go.
And I have 2 copies of that, so if anyone else wants one for $10, we'll retag it and let you look at it for a minute longer.
Mark said 100 works for H.
Sounds good.
Dan asked, did he miss the first gore?
We have there's 3 first gores. We sold the 9.8 on his first cameo appearance. We have a 9.4 of his first cameo appearance still available. It's only $185. It has the custom 4 label with Journey into Mystery 83 right there. CGC graded, near mint condition. That is the first appearance of Gore the God Butcher and the all black Necro Sword.
All right. We can't take an offer on C because we've already sold one at full price.
yeah, we did sell one of these on full price already. Also, it's a pretty good deal. Also, this is our last copy of a real hot book. I think it's worth every penny.
Yeah. We're all caught up.
Sounds good. Going over on H, and here's one of the super fun things about Thor, especially in these like Bronze Age Thor. We're starting to see them bleed into a lot of the TV shows that they're doing. This one's going to be the first appearance of the Heliopians, which is the Egyptian trio of gods, Horus, Osiris, and Isis, all of which kind of playing a lot into Moon Knight with their kind of group of gods that we saw in the Moon Knight stories.
Mhm.
Obviously, Horus and Osiris, both gods of death, playing in real heavily into the Moon Knight story. This book in fine to very fine condition, going to be just $35. Super cool cover. You get Odin and some of his like, I don't want you dating Jane Foster stuff. You get Ulik, the troll. Ulik, I think the most underrated Thor villain, and if he is one of the surprise characters in Thor 4, I might pee myself a little bit. Because there are very few things that's more fun than just watching Thor hammer away on a troll. And that one is $35.
Sweet. Did Thor 134 sell?
They haven't gone up yet.
Can you do? We can't do D for less than 40. That's already the.
Yeah, we took that one down about 40%. We had it at almost $50. We took it down to 40. We sold one or two. We've got a couple left. If anyone wants one, still just $40. That is issue number 1, hip hop variant.
The Thor you just took down from I, would you do 70 at 100?
The Thor number 8. I will do 80. So let's take another look at that. I can come down 20 if you want to come up 5 or 10, whatever you said. I'll re-tag that as well. So you'll keep looking at it. You know, if this show has taught me nothing else over the years, I've gotten a lot better at writing the number 8. Like a lot of practice, and it's pretty legible, I think.
It is a real skill.
It's harder than you'd think, is all I'm saying.
I got Emilio for Thanos, hip hop on D.
Excellent. Is this one more of a Loki story, kind of all over the Asgards? Doesn't really have Thor in it specifically, but has a lot of big kind of moments. This is going to be the complete 4-issue X-Men New Mutants, the Asgardian Wars. This is a super underrated story. It is so good. You're going to get the first appearance of those who sit in shadow. You're going to get the first appearance of Danny Moonstar as a Valkyrie. You're going to get the first appearance of her Pegasus, Brightwind, the first appearance of Mist and Axe, both of whom are other Valkyries. We're seeing a lot more of the Valkyries. Taika Waititi obviously loves the Valkyries as a group. We're going to see a few of them in the next movie. Most of those coming in the New Mutants special edition. But bringing it all home is this absolutely phenomenal homage by Art Adams to Journey into Mystery 83 with the first appearance of Storm as a god of thunder. So obviously always been a goddess of thunder, now an Asgardian one. But first appearance of the Hammer Stormcaster, which gives her that really rad armor. All 4 issues together are going to be in very fine to near mint condition, going to be just $28.
Alex is picking it up.
Alex, I'm excited for you to read this and then tell me what you thought of it, because it is such a fun story.
What is the condition on H?
H, it is in fine to very fine condition, so it's going to put you around a 7.0.
Can you explain how layaway works again?
Yeah, our layaway is pretty straightforward, although I suppose I say that and then spend 2 minutes talking about it every time. Everybody can have one open layaway at a time. You can put any one individual item or one set of items that is sold as a set. So we had that Thor 1 through 8 that was plus the annual, that was 9 comics. You can put that as a single layaway. You could not put Thor 1 through 8 and Unworthy Thor 1 through 5. Those are 2 separate items. So if that makes sense. The minimum down payment you're going to get invoiced for this weekend when we send out invoices on Sunday afternoon is going to be 10% down. So if you're looking at a $200 book, that's going to be a minimum of $20. You then have monthly payments of at least 15%. If you want to pay it off a little bit faster or just a little bit larger increments, you can also set it up to pay 5% a week, and that's going to exceed 15% a month. Might be a little bit easier depending on how your budgeting works, but as long as you're meeting those minimum thresholds, we keep doing the book for you. There's no fee on it. There's no interest. There is no risk of the book becoming worth significantly more. We're not going to adjust the book to the price, especially with a lot of these Thor books. We're not really sure what's going to shoot up a lot after the Thor movie that is coming out in just 1 week. So whatever price we have it at today is locked in for you. And that covers the basics of our layaway. If you had any other questions about that, let us know. We'll go for another Thor-related character. Again, in her first full appearance at Marvel Comics, this is the Scotty Young variant for Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 5. This book is in near mint condition. It is so adorable. Easily the most adorable Angela variant you will find. They very rarely do the Scotty Young variants for anything that isn't in issue number 1. They really wanted to let people know that issue 5 on Guardians of the Galaxy here was going to be a big deal. What better way to do that than to get Scotty Young to go ahead and do one of your variants for it? That one going to be $20.
I've got Ben Davis for a Thanos.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, you will get a monthly invoice for 15% of your layaway item.
Yeah. Again, that's the minimum. So if we're talking about a hypothetical $200 item, that would be just $30. If you really want, we can set it up to invoice you like $1 a day. Make it super easy for you, however you need to do it.
Yeah, if you do want to make like a custom plan, just message us. As long as you're making that 15%.
That daily $1 payment. Yeah, as long as you're hitting the minimum of 15% a month every month, it doesn't matter. Like I said, if you do that as 4% a week every week, or if you do it as 15% payment, you can do it as 25% payment. Those are just sort of the minimum.
Larry Novins is coming in, picking up that Thor on I for $80.
Sounds good.
And what is on?
And I have 2 of those if anyone else wants one.
Oh, sweet.
What was the question?
What's on G?
G is the Marguerite Sauvage variant for Thor annual issue number 1. This is a one-shot that is from the first Jane Foster run. The first print main cover was included in the 2 sets that we sold earlier. This one going to be the variant for it. It is in near mint condition, and it is $20. Or, as we've established with a few things, best offer.
All right, Steven, we can definitely do that Eye on Layaway for you. it would be at the was it $100?
Yeah, that's just one thing that Alan's super picky about. He won't let us do deals and layaways together. So we could do that on layaway for the full 100, or you can buy it outright for 80. I know we've got like two weird rules that Alan is very picky about, but I feel like most other things are pretty flexible with.
Yeah, I mean we're pretty flexible with the payment as well, as long as it just meets those minimums.
Yeah, as long as you're meeting those minimums, we're good.
Yeah, just let us know if 100 works for you. If you still want to put that on layaway, we can get you taken care of. Would you do Angela on A for 10? You have it at 20.
I'll tell you what. I'll take it all the way down to $12.
No worries, Steven. He's gonna pass on.
I understand.
Seth accepted your $12.
Excellent. And I got a couple of those.
Well, then Larry's coming in for one as
You've
well.
got it, Larry. If anyone else wants one, $12. Let me know. That's one I've got available.
Would you do G for 12?
That one I do only have the one copy, and it is a pretty hard to find book. I'll call that one 15. Anyone else jump at that? This one I do not have any extra copies, so.
Right, got McLeod. Got John Katniss says 15 is fine for G.
Sounds good.
Just who came in first on my feed. Looks like we are
all caught up.
Well,
not quite. What you got?
George Theophanopoulos will take Thor on I.
Excellent. What is our last copy of that one? Grab your bag for it. Good?
Yes.
Speaking of some of those crossovers into the TV shows, we'll go over to E for a little 3-issue set. This is going to be Thor 2, 43, 44, and 45. It is going to have the first appearance of He Who Remains, which is what they allude to Kang's character as throughout the season 1 of Loki. It's also going to feature the first appearance of the Time Twisters, which is the organization that ends up becoming the Time Variance Authority. So a lot of people obviously very interested in them. They're kind of lesser known Bronze Age Thor stories. A lot of Fantastic Four picked it up with Walt Simonson's run on that. So kind of pretty cool little stuff. You got all 3 issues together. They're going to be from fine, very fine condition for $24.
Right. The Shield is picking up a Guardians on A.
Sounds good.
About 2 minutes till that break.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and put up a little crowd pleaser. You know how much we love Mike McCone here at Ultimate Comics. We've got Marvel Legacies big relaunch. Is going to be the first issue in the Infinity Quest story. They have the Legacy numbering, issue 146. This is the 1 in 10 headshot variant by Mike McCone. We've got that at half ratio. Going to be just $5. It is a near mint condition. Obviously, you got that mean mug of one Peter Quill Star-Lord, mask on, hair out.
I did get you for one of the Guardians to Shields. We just had multiple copies.
Got the big anniversary issue from the J. Michael Straczynski run. This is going to be Thor issue 600. It's going to be very fine to near mint condition. It is the 1 in 50 Patrick Zurcher variant for just $40. That one going down on I. Crazy cool. Patrick Zurcher, obviously a phenomenal cover artist. I love that he's just like mid swing with the hammer,
Yeah.
lightning coming out of it. Oversized issue. $40 there.
Alex is picking out the books on E.
Sounds good.
So we sold the C at full price on layaway. Are you open to an offer on buy it now?
I'll consider it. What are we thinking?
200 for more cable.
I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll give you until the break. I will take it if no one else wants to make me another offer on it. So if somebody else thinks it might be worth 200, 210, 215, or just claim it outright at the 225, we'll do that. But we'll give it a minute or two. If no one else wants to put another bid in on it at that, we'll call it 200.
Michael Kennedy's picking up that Guardians headshot on G.
Sounds good. We got a couple of those. If anyone else wants one, just $5. It is yours. Up on A, we've got the 2-issue Acts of Vengeance story for Thor, issue number 411 and 412. Both issues going to be in very fine to near mint condition. It is a just absolute slobber knocker. Thor versus the unstoppable Juggernaut. That is like just a dream matchup, right? Talk about an unstoppable force in an immovable object situation. You're looking at like just one of the coolest fights you're going to see. As if that weren't enough, you're also going to get the first cameo and first full appearance of the new Warriors in there, busting out with 411. Also going to be the consequently first cameo and first full appearance of Night Thrasher. All of the other characters from various other corners of the Marvel Universe. He is the first kind of new character for the new Warriors. Both issues together, part of that big Marvel crossover. Crazy cool matchup. High grade, $50. B, we'll put up our last book before the B break here. This is another Ultimate Comics exclusive. This is going to be Silver Surfer Black, issue number 1. It is the Joe Jusko Virgin cover variant. It is an homage to the Sal Buscema classic Silver Surfer issue number 4 with Thor versus the Silver Surfer. There are only 500 copies of this book at all total. Every single book in the print run came in a little bit dinged up. We were able to eke out a small handful that we're able to press into 9/8, but all of the raw copies that we have are almost certainly going to not be able to hit that mark. It's an incredibly rare book. It's an incredibly gorgeous cover. It's a big key issue with Donny Cates jumping in on the Silver Surfer, and that is $500. I think I said I'd give this till we took a break, so we'll go ahead and take that claim. We'll have that spot open when we get back. And we'll see you in a minute or two here, gang.
Yeah. As soon as I find...
And the new Ultimate Comic! Ultimate Comic!
At At the new Ultimate Comics in Crabtree Valley Mall, we've got comics, toys, collectibles, and gnarly manga.
At Ultimate Comics at the Crabtree Valley Mall, you can come get your Polaroid taken with Alf.
Waka waka.
With so much to see and so much to do at Ultimate Comics in Crabtree Valley Mall, you'll want to bring the whole family. It's the grand opening Friday, November 5th.
We've got a rad feeling about this. He's a weekend at Bernie's. One coffee, please. I've been caught with my in my hand by the boss like 20 times today. I'm not going out there. Welcome to the Ultimate Comics Super Secret Warehouse. We have so many unprocessed boxes, literally thousands. What you just saw in the little shot was not even half of just unprocessed long boxes that we have not gone through yet. This is the stuff we use for our live show, so I thought it'd be really fun to give you guys a behind the scenes look and hopefully find gold. If not, it should still be pretty fun to see what's in this box. All right, let's see what's in this bad boy. Oh, heck yeah. This is the first print of Ultimate Spider-Man 1. This is the OG printing. You know, you got a couple ticks on the spine there, but still probably like a $50 book. Pretty nice. And that is pretty hot right now. Oh, snap. I am very surprised I censored myself. This is the first issue of Knights of the Old Republic. This is a super hot book right now. I am really happy about that. That is awesome. Okay, all right, back to the box. Okay.
Well, hello there. I'm Will, the official chaplain of Ultimate Comics, and you may be asking, why does Will shop at Ultimate Comics? I'm glad you asked. Well, it was a few years back when I was looking for a new comic store back in the before times, and I was looking for a new comic store. I needed a place where I was going to get my weekly comics and be able to have a place in a community where I process all these stories that mean so much to me. Stumbled upon Ultimate Comics, browsed around, left, a few weeks went by, came back. And guess what? Alan remembered my name. He said, "Hey Will, what are you looking for today?" And I thought, not only is this an awesome store to get my weekly comics, not only is this an awesome store where I can process these stories that mean so much to me, they also remembered my name. And that's the community I want to be a part of.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Would you do A for 40 out at 50 for Emilio?
Let's do it. I needed a moment to go ahead and dig out that Silver Surfer Black. If you love that artwork, looking for a copy for 1/10 of the price. You can get the logo version raw. Going to be in near mint condition for just $50. Or as mentioned, if you are okay with just one or two kind of minor spine ticks, we do have a raw version of that Silver Surfer Black. We're down to, I want to say, of the 500 copies, we've got maybe a dozen left.
Yeah, it's crazy.
$200 is going to score you one of the last copies of that, and we're going to throw in one of the logo versions with it. So if you're looking at that Silver Surfer Black set, you can get pretty good value on that. And speaking of sets, because I've mentioned it 2 or 3 times at the beginning of the show, and you know I love putting up my big books at halftime, boom, here it is. Thor, God of Thunder, issues 1 through 25, all 25 issues, near mint condition. This is the start of everything that Jason Aaron had going on. There's going to be your first God of Thunder. It's going to introduce sort of all of the various ages of Thor. There's your number 2, your first Gord the God Butcher. You got him right up there in the background. Issue number 3, you get a little cameo of him whispering around. This is such a big set, I can barely one-hand it. Yeah, you get your King Thor on the throne. There he is, first confrontation. Thor versus Gore, first full appearance. You get the origin of Gore, the origin of the Necrosword going on in there. You get the first part of God Bomb. Issue number 8 going to be the first appearance of Thor's daughters, the goddesses of thunder, all 3 of them. And issue number 8 got that huge. It's so epic battling Gore throughout the ages. The big conclusion to God Bomb in issue number 11. You get this kind of soft issue 12. However, this is kind of the linchpin of the entire Jason Aaron run. This is the issue where Jane Foster reveals to Thor that she has cancer. This is also going to be the first appearance of Roz Solomon, who was a lot of people's kind of contender because she was the new character, the character just created by Jason Aaron. Maybe she was the all new, all different Thor. Jumps right into the big Malekith story. You get the whole like team up of the coalition of the worlds. They all have these gorgeous painted covers carrying you all the way through the last days of Midgard. Assad Ribic doing interiors for most of this series. It is insane. You get all Thor versus Ulik does not get any better. Thor versus the Minotaur. Thor versus Roxxon. And then that huge final issue, which is going to have that first cameo of Jane Foster as Thor. All 25 issues, all near mint, all first print, all main cover, complete series, over 2 years of Thor. $700.
Ben Davis is taking on layaway, and then he's going to pay off this current layaway.
Excellent. And as it turns out,
Really?
I have 2 full sets. So first set, Ben Davis, you've got it. If anyone else wants it, 700 it is. Going down on E.
Matthew Sawyer's picking up the exclusive set on D, so that's D and C.
Excellent. And again, those are store exclusives, so we've got a handful available. We'll as many as y'all want to claim, we'll put down. I can't guarantee that they will all fill if a whole ton of you do it. But at least a handful of you, I'm sure, will be able to fill. So go ahead, keep claiming them if anyone else wants them. This one for sure, we 100% will be able to fulfill unless you order hundreds of copies. This is our only 9.8. This is going to be your only chance to get a 9.8 on this book, short of, you bought one a long time ago and got super lucky, I guess. And then, like I said, maybe a handful of this set on D.
Yeah, so for 200, you're getting the version and...
Yeah, you're getting both versions of the book for 200 there.
We can't do a deal on B because it's one of the exclusives. C is our Silver Surfer Black #1 exclusive.
Yeah, B, C, and D, these are all store exclusives. So these prices are pretty set. Good.
What is the grade on the near mint minus D?
Yeah, D, all of the Virgin, just 100% that we got from Marvel had 1 or 2 spine ticks. The only reason we got a 9.8 was because, well, you actually can have 2 or 3 spine ticks on a 9.8. But just sort of to let you know that there will be 1 or 2 real minor spine ticks on D if you get it. Like you can barely even probably see it through the bag, but it's just like microscopic right there. And one down on the Rainbow Bridge right there. But that's it. Like realistically, probably 9496, but probably not a 98.
John Hill is picking up that other Thor set on E on layaway.
On E, you've got it. As much as I would love to say that we had a third set of this, I thought that we did when I was going through things, but we were just like 1 or 2 issues short of having a third set. So we'll have a few of the single issues from that set later if you're trying to piece your set together. Or if you were looking for an incomplete set, let me know after the show and we'll see what we can do.
If you hold something up to the camera when you get a chance.
Yeah, I would love to. Matter of fact, I will do so right now.
Just that.
All right. How's this look? Will Thor God of Thunder issue number 5 CGC graded at a 9.8. It's going to be the first full appearance of Gore the God Butcher. It is $185. It's got that custom Thor label, the limited edition special going on right there. We're doing huge books. I just gotta put one more up because it's too good. Going up on A, following Thor God of Thunder, we of course got to go to Thor. We had the full set sold out. We had the first issue main cover slabs, both sold. This is going to be that first issue. It is the second printing blue variant, which I think works really well for Thor. Kind of matches the logo down at the bottom. It is in near mint condition, and it is just $100.
Right. Dave Kirkby will take a copy of C.
You've got it. And again, that one's a store exclusive. We've got them available if anyone else wants one. Just $50. Buscema Homage by Joe Jusko, painted cover, absolutely gorgeous. Got the classic Buscema corner box on there. That's like our big thing with these classic variants is we got to get the classic trade dress and corner box, and it just really works, the whole thing. Yeah, love it.
Do you have the Thor Siegfried saga from the early 80s?
We have a handful of the Simonson stuff. I want to say we don't have the Siegfried saga. But what we do have... Oh, I gotta see. Letters. Back to speaking of some 80s store. How about Beta Ray Bill? Issue number 1. This is the same issue that we had the frame variant for. This is the 1 in 100 Ryan Stegman variant. Just a killer Beta Ray Bill of that gaping maw. Hammer overhead. $90 near mint condition on F. We're going to pull a...
Figuring out those perfect placements.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put an early Simonson issue. Thor 361. You got Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder with Thor's mighty chariot rolling along. This book, pretty decent, very fine in near mint condition. Just $4. That was a little tease that we got in the trailer that we are confirmed MCU Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. When I saw that, I literally like it. So I try to avoid the trailers, but it came on at the gym, and I was like, just caught it, and I had like a little audible yeep. I was just so excited. I love Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. So if you're a big fan of Thor's goats, want to get some of them in here, just $4.
Michael Kay's picking it up.
You've got it. Now I can pop up this one of my absolute favorite artists. I just fell in love with his work when he was doing Daredevil with Mark Waid. Paulo Rivera doing an homage to classic Atomic Age 1950s EC horror comics with Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5. This is again going to be the first full appearance of Angela at Marvel Comics. But I mean, realistically, just how cool is this cover? You've got like the tentacles, all the weapons, you got the border. It's in near mint minus condition. There's some really minor printer, which they usually don't count off for until you get to like 9698 anyways. $100. Really hard to find. I think the only copies that I could find online to comp this with were like CGC graded copies, or like $300 each. So this one gonna be a lot easier to slide into your collection. Speaking of cool books to slide into your collection, actually. Also, coincidentally, well known for their work with Mark Waid on Daredevil, winning an Eisner even. This is going to be Chris Samney, original artwork on Thor God of Thunder issue number 1. He does a full bust. He's got the lightning effects in the background. You've got the signature down at the bottom. It is in near mint condition book. It is $175. Just super badass. This was I know commissioned because it came in with a collection from somebody that attended the show when we had Chris Samney at the North Carolina Comic-Con. I want to say it was in 2013, but excuse me if my year's off on that again. Yeah, I think this is the last original sketch cover from that show. I've been peppering them in over the past few months. You may have seen a few of them. Just totally badass. Right after that first Avengers series that he was working on. So like real perfect fit to do the book. If you like original artwork, if you like Chris Samney's art, just like totally, just a no-brainer to pick it up.
Would you do F for 60 and at 90 for Dan Grant?
I can do 75. Meet you halfway on that.
Oh, Dan Grant says 75 works.
You got it. I'm gonna double check if we have more of those in inventory. I'm not sure. Not. I want to say maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there for a minute. We may or may not have more copies. We'll let you know shortly. But what we definitely have a copy of is Guardians 3000, issue number 2. Got full interiors by Art Adams, I believe. This is like the last time that he'd done interiors on a book was for the first couple issues of Guardians 3000. This is the Rocket and Groot variant by Ian Bertram, which is really cool. Rocket just in glory, surrounded by pretty cool kind of almost altar that Groot has made for him to fire off of. That'll give me just $4.
Yeah, according to the sheet, we've still got some.
Okay, yeah, so if anyone else wants one, we'll be able to grab you a Beta Ray Bill, issue number 1, 1 in 100, Ryan Stegman variant, near mint condition for $75. If you feel as though you are more artistically inclined than Chris Samney, want to take your own stab at Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 1, blank sketch cover variant. We've got that available for you in near mint condition down on A for just $10 if you're artistically inclined, or if you're like Sienna and you're hanging out going to conventions all the time now. They're taking the jaunt across the state to Charlotte Heroes Con. You obviously have the opportunity a lot more this summer than last summer, and certainly more than the summer before that, to get a professional artist commission with any version of any Thor or otherwise character that you would like on this book.
What is on C?
C is the Ultimate Comics exclusive Silver Surfer Black issue number 1 by Joe Jusko. It's an homage to Silver Surfer issue number 4 from his original Bronze Age series, featuring Thor versus the Silver Surfer. Believe the print run on this book was just 2,000 copies made. We have that for $50.
Yep, 2,000 copies.
I remember some things sometimes. Not perfect. But every once in a while, I remember.
But when I know things, I know things.
But sometimes when I know things, I know things.
Yeah.
Man, I just about got into a fight with a friend of mine at trivia like years and years and years ago, because he didn't believe that I knew who the first head coach of the Carolina Panthers was. He was insistent. That is, I don't even remember who he thought it was, but I was like, it was Dom Capers, guaranteed. To this day, I'll remember that to my grave.
We can't do an offer on C because it's one of our exclusives.
Not only one of our exclusives, but we sold a few of them already tonight.
Yeah.
Easily one of the hottest store exclusives we've ever done. Probably, top 5. It was like our Walking Dead 75 was just ridiculous, and want to say our Immortal Hulk 33, the Art Adams Hulk 181 homage, pretty good. No, that was the Joe Bennett Hulk 181 homage.
Yeah.
We just came out with the Art Adams Hulk 181 homage. I think that one's still up for pre-order or just came out.
No, it's been out for a couple issues now.
But anyways.
Yeah, we had more copies of Beta Ray Bill, so we got you for yours, Dan.
Yeah, so as previously mentioned, we showed it a little bit earlier in the show. We did do a store exclusive for that. So we have a few of the 1 in 100s still available because we ordered thousands of copies.
And what is on I?
Down on I is the Ian Bertram variant for Guardians 3000. It is Rocket and Groot on that, and that is going to be just $4. Going up on B was a tie-in issue written and drawn by Walt Simonson that works into while he was doing the main Thor title. It is the 4-issue Balder the Brave series. This is going to be the first solo Balder series from Marvel Comics. You get all 4 issues together in near mint condition for just $15.
Yes, C is first print.
Yeah, first print, Ultimate Comics store exclusive variant cover. Although you can get store exclusives for second prints. Brett has done that over in Winston-Salem a couple of times.
And Scott's going to pick up the Guardians 3000 on I.
Sounds good. We got a couple of those. If anyone else wants one, let us know.
Oh. I did not realize that I had those.
Got the relatively new. I think this one just came out. It's right here. I think this one just came out last week, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor, issue number 1. This is the 1 in 25 Martin Cocolo variant. That one's going to be $10 in near mint condition. You got Odinson and Jane on the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost. C for colors.
I love it. Would you do A for 5? Give it a 10. A blank cover.
I could take that one down to. Let's call it $7. I don't usually like doing, but it's.
Any more older Thor tonight?
Yes.
We got you, Slowly. We had the hip hop Thanos, and then Tarny has told me there's
one
hip-hop.
more hiding in here. I'll get to it. Just give me a minute. Going down on D, some early Thor Hercules team ups from the Bronze Age. We've got Thor issue number 224, going to be in fine to very fine condition for $16. Thor and Herc versus the Destroyer.
Chris is picking up a Guardians on I.
You've got it, and again, a couple of those available. If anyone else wants one, go ahead and nab it.
Probably not any early Uncanny or Warriors. Or we might have. Do you have Warriors 3?
I mean, they're in a lot of the Thor issues, but no, like, self-titled Warriors 3. All right, finally getting to it. The Crystal Brunner Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 1 hip hop variant, near mint condition, $15. Once again, I'm horrible at album covers and was pricing things too furiously to look these two up. If anyone wants to let us know what hip hop album this is, go ahead and chime in the chat.
Scott says he'll take A for 7.
Cool. And I've got a couple of those at 7 if anyone else wants one.
Bury myself in these Thor books.
Yeah, and extras. I know it. All right, we have the slabs up a little bit earlier. If you are looking for a more budget-friendly or a reader copy, perhaps you just want them not real into the slabs. You've got Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 2, near mint condition, first appearance of Gore the God Butcher, first cover appearance, near mint. First print, main cover, all the bells and whistles, just $150.
If you show E up close, and it's apparently an homage to Far Side, Bizarre Ride 2.
There you go. Far Side, Bizarre Ride 2. Looks like a bizarre ride.
Does. And Brandon said you got 2 beautiful copies of the Thanos hip hop from us already.
Nice. You're going to go back to back Guardians. This one is the Sia Oum Women of Power variant with the all new, all different Star-Lord. Kitty Pryde taking over, getting her sea legs, preparing her to be the captain that she is of the Marauders now. Her and Lockheed, her space dragon out there. Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 6, near mint condition, just $5. Little 3-issue story from Walt Simonson's Thor. It's going to be Thor 357, 358, and 359. Thor teaming up with Beta Ray Bill. All 3 issues together. I believe this is just the second Beta Ray Bill story after he's first introduced about a year earlier. All 3 issues, near mint condition, just $12.
We've not put up Thor 337 yet.
That is correct. Let's see, we're looking for some more older stuff. I'm trying to cycle through some of the well, Captain Marvel versus Thor, going to be just $12. Pretty nice copy. Very fine minus condition. Obviously, two real big cosmic level powerhouses going head to head. $12 on that.
Can you do E for 10? You have it at 15. Is that Guardians Hip Hop?
We'll do 12. You got that extra $2. You got it. Wander for a moment, don't mind me. Just realizing that we need more post-it notes.
Yeah, I was like,
all these deals.
I am super low. Is C a variant?
Yes, that is the 1 in 25 variant for the brand new series, Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor.
Emilio's coming in first, picking up that Thor set on H.
You've got it.
And then he said he can also do 12 on E. So I'm
awesome. And I've got, I think, 2 more on that if anyone else wants one.
Would you do F for 125? You're at 150 for Dan Grant.
F. 125?
Yep.
Yeah, we can do that. And as it turns out, I have another copy of that available. So if anyone else wants one, you've got it. Spot with the Creus Lee variant. This is the classic homage variant for Thor, issue number 21. It is, of course, an homage to Jack Kirby's iconic Journey into Mystery, issue number 83, the first appearance of Thor. That one going to be just $4. Cover price on the book. Pretty snazzy artwork. I love the classic Silver Age costume with the tights, and obviously we're getting a little nod to that with the boots in the Ravager costume with the wraps, hammer swinging around to show the motion. Just really fun. Megan Yord, y'all remember Megan Yord, Thor's magic belt? They talk about it in that Spider-Man movie. Where I squealed and like nobody else knew what they were talking about.
Before you told me that, I was like,
yeah. To this day, probably my favorite like throwaway line in one of the Marvel movies.
All right, got a couple offers.
Yeah, what you got?
Would you do B D for 10, you would at 15.
You know, I'm just gonna say yes.
That's going to Larry Novins.
You got it.
Would you do both D and I together for 21?
D, I, yes.
Any Bermejo Thor covers?
Yes, actually.
Joe, I gave Tarny one specifically because I knew that you would probably.
Sorry, as it turns out, I actually had 2 copies of 224, so that one's still available. Yeah, right here in the very back of the box. Going down on I, Lee Bermejo variant for Thor issue number 4. All going to be just $5. Can't beat it.
Joe said, "My guy," and then claimed it.
Sounds good. I got a couple of those if anyone else wants one.
All right. Kevin is picking up a C.
This is claimed. We've got 2 of those if anyone else wants one. $10.
All right. Larry's picking up a Thor on I.
I am now down to my one last final copy. Just $5. Lee Bermejo down on I. Like 1 second here. Oh, like 10 seconds? I don't know how long this is going to take me. A couple of moments on those 3 up top. Because I have 4 very similar items.
John Katniss is claiming that other copy of C.
C is claimed.
I also need to grab some more stickies real quick.
All right. 4 books going up. They are incredibly similar. So you're going to have to be very specific with which one it is that you are claiming.
Let me sit down first.
Yeah. I was giving you a good build up here.
I appreciate it. We got that. We can't do. Well, would you do D for 10? I don't know how you want to split it up with that combo offer you did before.
I did the combo for 21. The other book was
in here somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
12.
We did. Yeah, that's close enough.
All right. So that's going to Smiley.
Okay, here it is, kids. Extremely badass Assad Ribic cover. It is the origin of Gore the God Butcher and the Necro Sword, CGC graded at a 9.8 and or a 9.6, and you get to choose which of the limited edition collectible CGC labels you want. We have it available with either the Thor or the Null label. Seems only appropriate. Slap Null on there with it being the full origin of the Necro Sword and that whole corner of the Marvel Universe. I think these are our last God of Thunder slabs of the night. So if you wanted to make your claims on any piece of that, the Null label a little bit more For the 9.8 on the 6, it's going to be $350 versus $325 with the Thor label. Either at a 9.6, going to be just $160. So less than half the price to get a 9.6 for virtually the same book. Guardians.
Dan says, damn, I think I have that Thor label. I'd grab the null if I didn't.
E4. For Egyptian god Seth, the next member introduced, obviously a lot more relevant to our Moon Knight fans. However, kind of makes sense, was introduced in Marvel's more godly book. This book is in fine to very fine condition. It is a Thor issue number 240, and it is going to be just $10.
George says he really hopes we get some reference or mention of Null in the new movie to at least set him up for the future.
Would not be surprised with the way things are going and how much like Marvel Comics is using it.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, introducing Gore the God Butcher. We've already seen he's got the Necro Sword in the movie. And not for nothing, I mean, this character, you know, was first introduced in just the second issue of the story and went all the way to his King Thor miniseries to kind of wrap it all up as a constant antagonist throughout not just, you know, all of Jason Aaron's run on Thor, but all of time. And it looks like might be getting set up to be the next kind of almost Thanos level bad guy. I like the one thing that has seemed inescapable review wise was I heard that Christian Bale's performance as Gore the God Butcher is like the best villain in the Marvel cinematic history. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that whole deal goes. All right. We're going to go. Just 1 second.
What number Thor is on H?
Thor number 21. It's an homage to his first appearance in Journey into Mystery 83. Going to go Thor 194, Thor versus Loki, this Fatal Fury. Got the little word balloons Sienna loves so much. Going to be fine to very fine condition. $15 on F.
Would you do E4 8? You have it at 10.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
All right.
For sure.
So I'll leave this question up to you. Dan's asking, he has layaway on a Thor 6 CGC, just double check, 9.8.
Okay.
He thinks his is the Thor label. Would he be able to swap it for the null?
Let me think on it.
If we don't get back to you, then also you can message us and we can think about it more.
Going over on G, a real big book that I think is, again, just like really undervalued right now. I think this book is almost guaranteed to spike in November when they start having a lot more hype on the Guardians with the upcoming. Okay. We'll double check, but we should be able to do that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and set that one aside.
Yeah, we can better confirmation of that later on.
Right, Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the first full appearance of the modern Guardians of the Galaxy. They were the far future team, a lot more akin to the Legion of Superheroes. A lot of the characters virtually unrecognizable as Guardians of the Galaxy from the 3000 team. They a lot of them have had appearances in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. However, Yondu really the only original member that you're going to be particularly familiar with from the movieverse. This is the team that put all of the original movie members together. They show up at the end of the Annihilation story. Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Rocket, and Groot. You're also going to have Adam Warlock on this team and Phyla Vel. So a little bit more rounded out. Adam Warlock, he's coming. We know it. Yep. We've seen the Cocoon. We've seen it again. We've heard them talk about the gold-skinned people and their Atom project, and he has officially been cast again. This is a book I guarantee is going to go up in November, December once we're more in on Guardians. Right now, you can pick it up near mint condition, just $100. It's also going to be the kind of origin of that team, first issue in that ongoing series.
Eddie Overgawn's going to pick up that Thor CGC 9.6 on B for $160.
On B, Thor CGC 9.6. And that one is our only copy of that.
Okay. All right.
And that's good because he cleared A and B, so I can put these up together. And one of them had to be on B, so thank you kindly. So again, two very similar items. They're just be very specific with which one you are claiming. On B is Thor issue 337. It is going to be in very fine plus condition. It is a newsstand version with the Mark Jewelers insert, the incredibly hard to find version, especially in higher grades that were only available on like military bases. That one is $400. Going over on A is the complete original saga of Beta Ray Bill, all 4 issues. It's Walt Simonson's first foray on Thor. I love that he's smashing the corner box with Thor in it as he breaks into the cover. All or 3 of the 4 issues, including the 337, are the newsstand variant. They're going fine, very fine condition, and they are just $200. So half the price.
Casey's picking up A.
You've got it.
And what's the grade on B?
The one on B is in very fine plus condition. It is the Mark Jewelers variant edition. So it has that insert. I looked this up online before the show. I think there are only 2 or 3 copies available at all. I think one of them was like for over $1,000. And the other one was $500 or $600. So pretty hard to find. Easily the rarest edition of the book. They don't even have it listed on Go Collect as a separate variant of the book because there's so few versions available. So you get some more classics on A with Thor 197. A little bit higher grade than some of these older ones. Very fine minus condition on that. Going to be just $18. Thor versus Mangog, who is sort of the big bad at the end of the Jane Foster run. So if you want a little homework on that villain, if you're a big Foster fan.
Can you show B close up when you get a chance?
Yes. Let me go ahead and pop down on E. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. Excuse me. Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 13. Kind of a hybrid of their classic Guardians costumes with the movie costumes. This is very similar to the costumes that they actually have in the movies for Love and Thunder. This is a 1 in 25 Jung Jun Yoon variant. It's going to be in near mint condition. It's just $6 for a 1 in 25 variant.
Oh, wow.
Right? Crazy.
And then is B complete?
Yes. It's not just complete. It's got a little bit of extra with that Mark Jewelers insert.
Super complete.
Yeah. Man, I love that cover. This is when we had Walt Simonson at NC Comic Con. I got my 337 signed and got a sketch from him. I didn't want to hold him up having him sign every single book he's ever done, but like, how can you not, right? Like, that's the book to get.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if you have to pick one.
And you do.
So you don't hold him up.
It's just not fair. He had like a line around the convention center the whole time.
Yeah.
Especially because I worked there, so like I got to be there before other people. It seemed especially rude, like to be like first in line and have too much stuff. And also I had to work, so I couldn't like just spend the whole time there.
Smiley said, "Okay, B, please."
You got it.
All right.
All right. We are, oh man, it is 9:30. Let's go ahead and rock and roll right on into one of my last slabs of the night, and a raw copy to boot, kind of fitting both of our collections. Going to go under H for Hercules. It is the first issue of the Mighty Thor. Yeah, that's right. He first shows up in Journey into Mystery 83, and Journey into Mystery ends with issue 126. It is easily one of the all-time greatest covers of any comic ever. A Jack Kirby classic. You've got the Kirby label, CGC 5.5, solid mid-grade copy. When I was at Dragon Con a few years ago wearing my Jack Kirby Thor costume and stumbled upon somebody wearing a Jack Kirby Hercules comic costume, this is the exact pose that I demanded he take a picture of me with. I'll actually post that picture on the Facebook group after the show tonight if you all remind me. CGC 5.5, $400, or a more budget good copy for just $75.
Would you do it for 60 for 10 grand?
I'm gonna do my bids on that. We'll say if nobody else wants to pick it up at 75, I just put them out. It is a classic. It is a must-own Thor piece. It is a must-own Hercules. And again, if Hercules shows up, this book will double in value next week. Because this is the Hercules Thor book. I mean, Hercules first shows up in Thor Annual #1 a few months before this, but like, I mean, this is it. So if no one else wants to jump in, we'll take 60. If somebody wants to offer 65, 70, or claim it outright at 75, you can. So we'll give that a go around and see what happens.
Patrick's giving you an early reminder to post that photo.
Thank you. I guess we are pretty close to the end here.
I didn't realize that we were coming up on 9:30.
We are. Let me grab the issues that I have to get up.
What is the condition of I?
I is in good condition. It's like a 2. we're going to go side by side. In the Donnie Cates series, we have the Matteo Scalera 1 in 25 variant with Thor versus Silver Surfer.
I love that variant.
It is absolutely incredible. Matteo, obviously inspired by us being inspired by Sal Buscema, wanting to get in Thor versus Surfer on that one. We also have the 1 in 50 from that series, going to be just $30. That one, Ryan Stegman in the classic Thor armor.
And like, I don't typically go for ratios.
That one was just too good.
Yeah, I think that was the first ratio I ever bought too.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
I was like, I need this.
Speaking of some ratio covers, I think this one from the more recent book when it came out, I think you and I were specifically just like, man, J. Scott Campbell like gets all the recognition for doing, you know, Black Cats and Mary Janes, and like don't really get to see him doing these big epic like characters like this, but man, he crushed it on this Thor variant. Right? You think of him as more of a Spidey guy, a little bit more slender, but he's got all the power and majesty that the God of Thunder needs for this 1 in 100 variant for Thor issue number 25. We've got the R.M. Guerra variant for Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 25. It's going to have that cameo of Jane Foster as Thor in there. So just slide this over to that. F for Foster. That one near mint condition for $25.
Will there be a show on Thursday, July 4th?
I'm fairly certain that the July 4th is a Monday. And
It might have been. We might have meant that week.
So July the 4th is Monday. Actually, 1 week from today, we'll be doing our Independence Day special. So you can get your claims in ahead of the holiday. We're going to have a lot of Cap. We're going to have a lot of Superman. But it's also a great time for us to appreciate the independence of comics. So we're going to have stuff like The Boys, maybe some Saga in there. I'm sure you're going to see Spawn, a lot of stuff that isn't from the big two. So we'll have that preview post up. Maybe I'll get that together before the weekend. If not, you'll see it after the Tuesday show. We'll go to G. We got the 1 in 500 variant for Thor issue number 1. It is the blank variant cover, an all blue. Marvel did a string of these. Obviously, we just had the rainbow one that they have for Pride. They did a purple one for Hulk. They had a space one for Guardians of the Galaxy. They did an adamantium one with Wolverine. Thor got from his trademark tights, kind of electric blue.
It's just such a cool cover to have for a blank, or a cool color.
It really is, right? Yeah, especially for Thor and everything. All right, we said we take 60 if we got around.
Yep.
We got around.
Right, let's go on to James
It
Green.
is. I'm gonna leave that slab up just because it's so freaking good. Thor issue number 1. This one, the blank sketch cover variant with that Jane Foster Thor in it. This one, not the first Thor cover, unless it is. It could be any character you wanted. It could be a brand new, all different Thor that hasn't existed yet, and you can have the first cover of Rocket Raccoon as Thor, or Spider Gwen as Thor, or whoever you want. Although I think they've done a Spider Gwen as Thor before already. But anyways, that one near mint condition is $40.
What is on H?
H is Thor issue number 126. It is the first issue officially titled as Thor. It's Journey into Mystery 1 through 125. This is when they finally conceded that he was going to be the feature character of the book. It is CGC graded with the limited edition Classic Silver Age Thor label at a 5.5. It is featuring the epic confrontation of Thor versus Hercules.
Which Thor is on B?
This is Thor issue number 1. This is the 1 in 50 Ryan Stegman variant. It's like, why can't I remember his first name?
Someone needs to pick up that 1 in 25 though on A. That's such a good cover. Could you do 20 on B? You have it at 30.
You know what? Why not? Let's do it.
All right, so let's go on to George Theophanopoulos. Would you do A for 12? You have it at 20 for Chris.
Do A for 12. Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Somebody picked it up.
You're about to give him an aneurysm.
Just fall over. Darn, you have to do the rest of the show solo.
At least you got through this much.
That's
I mean,
true.
realistically, it could be worse. All right. For those of you who are gunning down those early Silence and Thors, we have the second appearance of Beta Ray Bill. Going to be near mint minus condition for $35. We also have the third appearance of Beta Ray Bill, which is also the first appearance of Stormbreaker. Got a first cover appearance, hammer in hand. Also near mint minus condition, so going to be a high grade book, just $16.
All right. Stacy's picking up A and B.
You've got it. I actually have 2 copies on both, although my second copy of 339 is going to be a little bit lower grade. So that one, a very fine near mint. So like it's between a 9 and a 9.2. That one's going to be just $12. We'll replace that B with some more classic Thor. This one's going to be Thor 372. Walt Simonson still writing, Sal Buscema doing the artwork. A little bit lower grade, just $8. It is going to be the first appearance of the Time Variance Authority. So obviously a lot of people getting very excited about that, as they are the kind of primary motivator throughout the Loki series. It's all coming out of Mighty Thor right here. Just $8. Big first appearances there.
All right.
Speaking of, what you got?
See here. So Stacy's picking up the other A outright.
You got it.
Would you do D for 130? You have it at 160.
We sold the other 9.6 with the other label for 160, right?
I believe so. Which number is it?
Number 6. Thor God of Thunder, issue number 6.
Oh, that's good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 160.
We'll say with the label difference, because we don't want to make it like too grossly different, we'll call it, I'll take it down to 140. I know that no label obviously is a little bit more popular with a sect of fans. I think we had a $25 difference in the labels for the other one, so we'll do a $20 difference for the labels in this one. All right, going down on E and F, we've got the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. What if issue number 10? What if Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor? There was never any doubt, even going all the way back to the 1970s, that Jane Foster would be worthy to lift Mjolnir had she ever gotten to it first. Really nice high-grade copy of the original, very fine plus condition. Obviously, incredibly hot book right now. That one's going to be $200. The one on E is the True Believers reprint of it. That is in near mint condition. That one going to be just $20. So 1/10 of the price. If you want to read the story, have your own little copy of it, and don't want to jump right into the full first one.
All right. So we got Stacy picking up B.
You got it.
Would you do C for 9? You have it at 12.
Yeah, we can do that.
Would you do H for 250? You have it at 400.
No, it's just too good of a book. I could get down to 350.
All right, Oscar, let's know if 350 works for you.
1, 2, 3, 4 things left. I got 3 spots up here.
Have we put up the Thor 134?
Yes. Did I have the Thor 134? What was Thor 134?
So it was Thor. We'll double check.
I mean, pretty much everything at this point has been up. There's like a couple random little Guardians variants and stuff in here.
Now, would you do F for 170? You have it at 200. Finally.
F for 170. Yeah, I can do that. Then that gives me my 4 last spots. Or I like to call them my Thor last spots.
Right.
Going over on C, we have Hawkeye versus Deadpool issue number 0. A kind of stealth first cameo of Thor. The issue takes place on Halloween night. You actually get the first Jane Foster Thor and the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, both of which a couple of months before those characters debuted as their own characters. It's a little contention if it counts or not, because it is Halloween night. Maybe they're like not those actual characters, but they are, if nothing else, the first appearance of those costumes. So that one going to be $50. Going around B, we have that Thor issue number 1. We sold out of the sets. We sold out of the main cover. This is the 1 in 50 Assad Ribic painted variant. Holy cow, is it astonishing. CGC graded at a 9.8. This is the issue that Jane Foster becomes Thor. This is the highest ratio variant on that issue that they did. This is the lowest print run, hardest to find, most gorgeous cover. $500. If we're talking about epic Thors, we've got the 1 in 25 from the Mighty Thor issue number 1, Walt Simonson cover. The composition on this is just stunning, with the swirling winds, the tattered cape. You've got his helmet in hand, and like the overflow of ice giants into the plain white background. That book going to be just $15. And going up on F, it is our final item of the night, and it is going F on final because it is the final story arc of Walt Simonson's Thor, the epic conclusion to his 5-year run on the character, starting with the first Beta Ray Bill and ending with the first appearance of the all-new, all-different Thor armor, which is very reminiscent of the armor that he is wearing in the trailer for the new Thor film.
Yeah.
You're also going to get the big death of the Midgard serpent, and it's just as big and as epic as Thor can possibly be. Walt Simons puts it all together. I just love that cover. This is actually the book that Jack got signed when Walt Simonson came out. It's like his all-time favorite cover. It's just little Thor with the serpent there. Wrapping up the big 300th issue of Thor. So there you have it. Our Thor's Day fulfilled. You've seen everything up. You've seen everything down.
Would you do B for 450? You have it at 500 for Ernesto.
That is lay close enough. You've got it.
Would you do A for 10? You have it at 15 for Larry Donovan.
Let's do it. It's the end of the night. Let's make some moves.
I'll pass this over to you.
Oh, yeah, good timing. Go ahead and announce our big share prize winner. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and playing along, and especially if you shared. An extra special thank you is going to go out in the ways of these two comics for Matt Ramey. Congratulations. You won our share prize of the night. And if Daniel wants to look up what we have these selling for on our website right now, we'll let you claim some of those as well.
Would you do C for 30? You have it at 50.
That one's a pretty hot book because it is technically like the first appearance of that costume. I'll split the difference with you. Call it 40.
Nice. Let me write that down. 40. We've got 65 for the set. 25 for the trade
base.
dress.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nope. Wrong number. All right, so if you wanted to get this Joe Jusko variant cover, Ultimate Comics exclusive, you get $25. You get the trade dress variant, and then for $65, you're going to get the set of the one with the logo and the Virgin together. That's just sort of our special deal that we always do with our store exclusives. When you buy the Virgin, we're just gonna give you the logo version along with it. No extra cost.
We're all caught up right now, at least.
All right. Well, yeah. So as mentioned, that's everything up. That's everything down. We'll run through last looks real quick here. We've got a few books left if you missed out. Starting at the top, just went over those. We've got the Hawkeye versus Deadpool issue number 0, first appearance of the Jane Foster costume that we just took it down 20%. We're gonna let that one go for $40. We've got Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 6, CGC graded at a 9.6. This is the origin of Gore and the Necro Sword. We've got that one with the limited edition Thor label for $140. Down on E, we have What If, issue number 10. This is the True Believers reprint. It is the first story with Jane Foster as Thor. Got that one near mint condition for $20.
John Katniss is picking up C.
You've got it. Going down on F is the final story arc from Walt Simonson's epic Thor run. It's issues 377 through 382. You're going to get all 3 issues together. Very fine near mint condition, $60. You get the first appearance of the new armor. You get the death of the Midgard serpent. You get the final issue in the run. On G, we have the 1 in 500 variant for Donny Cates' Thor issue number 1. It is a near mint condition. It is $125. On H, we have Thor issue 126. It is the first issue of the Mighty Thor, renumbering or taking over the numbering from Journey into Mystery. It is the classic confrontation of Thor versus Hercules. It is CGC graded at a 5.5 with the limited edition classic Silver Age Thor label. And down on I is Thor issue number 1 from the Jane Foster series, from her first solo series. It is in near mint condition. It is obviously the blank sketch cover variant. That one is $40.
Would you do F for 45? You would at 60?
Would you do it for 50? I can come down 10 if you want to come up 5.
All right, we got some love for your show.
Thank you.
Great show tonight. Thank you guys from Kevin. Stacey says great sale. Thank you. Patrick says just throw a random spawn up. Would feel wrong without one. You just said deal on F for 50.
You've got it. Actually, never mind. Have to lower my chain. I'll tell you later. All right. Peel these. We got Thor, God of Thunder, R.M. Guerra variant, issue number 25 for $25. We had the Kreese Lee variant for Thor number 21 for $4. Got the J. Scott Campbell 1 in 100 variant on Thor number 25 for $50. Have the Dale Keown 1 in 25 variant on Thor's issue number 2 for $40. We've got Thor issue 194, fine to very fine condition for $15. We have the Fiona Staples 1 in 25 variant on Thor issue number 1 for $40. Got the Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 6 Women of Power variant by Sia Oyam for $5. We've got the Thor the Mighty Avenger. This is the complete series in graphic novels for $20 that are out of print, hard to find. $20 gets you volume 1 and volume 2 together.
Would you do E for 8? You'll get 15 for Brandon.
For 8, I'll do it for 10. You got $2 extra. It is yours. You got that Guardians of the Galaxy number 13, 1 in 25 Jung Jun Yoon variant for just $6.
Would you do H for 15? You have it at 20 for those 2 Thor books.
Yes, we can do that. I will do that. And I have 2 sets. If anyone else wants to read it, it is an absolutely incredible story. I'm practically giving these away. That puts them at buy one, get one free when they're selling for over cover price each on Amazon. If you haven't read it before, guaranteed absolute joy to read.
And then 10 is a deal on E.
You've got it.
Michael Kennedy is taking the other H.
Excellent. My only request is that you read them before you flip them. Do yourself that kindness.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Thor God of Thunder, issue number 1, blank variant, 30% off. Took that down to $7. A couple of those left. If you want to get your custom Thors in. We have 1 copy left of the Lee Bermejo variant on Thor issue number 4. Near mint condition, going to be just $5. We've got Thor issue 197 in very fine minus condition for $18. We had U.S. Avengers issue number 1. This is the 50 states variant with featuring the Avenger of Alabama, Thor, obviously. Near mint condition, $28. We have Journey into Mystery, issue number 83, the first appearance of Thor, first appearance of Mjolnir, first appearance of Korra and the Centurions. That one is going to be just $15, and I think we sold a couple of those, have 1 or 2 left.
Would you do C for 10? You would at 18.
I'll go 12. And over to F, we have the Lionel Castellini 1 in 25 Lego variant featuring Loki for just $25.
I love how much attitude they put in the
right? And his little Lego face and his little slumped over posture. We've got the Brian Michael Bendis. This is the first, I think, big post-movie series for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's got the origin of Star-Lord and the first full appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. All 11 issues of that set, because it's the 0.1 and then number 1 for $50.
12 works for C.
You've got it. C, wrong letter. Thank you. Going down on H, we have Thor issue 239, the first appearance of the Heliopians. First Horus, first Osiris, first Isis. Going to be fine to very fine condition. Those 3 gods, part of the cabal of gods in Moon Knight, the Egyptian gods, $35. Have the first appearance of Gwenom on Guardians of Nowhere, issue number 1, part of their Gwen Stacy variant month. Obviously, the character has come to fruition since, part of their big Battle World book. Near mint minus condition, $25. Got Avengers issue number 4 with that hot smacker Thor and Cap. Because you demanded it, going to be just just $5. We've got the Beta Ray Bill issue number 1 Ryan Stegman variant. That was the 1 in 100 variant. Had that one for I think like 100. Took it down to 75. Anyone else wants one?
Would you do H for 20? You have it at 35.
Do H. I'll go 25. I can come down 10 if you want to come up 5. Meet you a good chunk of the way. We're on C. We have Thor issue number 600, 1 in 50, Patrick Zurcher variant. D, we have the 1 in 50 Alan Davis Thor number 7 variant for $30.
A deal for 25 on H.
You've got it.
We can't do a deal on A because we've already sold a few at that price.
On E, we have the hip hop variant for Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. We had that at 15. We took it down to 12.
We did not sell that J. Scott Campbell cover for Thor, right?
No, still available, $50 or best off.
Yeah. Eddie Page is picking up I.
You've got it.
I got Brandon Kern picking up a copy on A.
Excellent. On F, the grand finale of Jason Aaron's Thor series, the 4-issue King Thor, artwork by Asad Ribic. It is the final confrontation with Loki, the final confrontation with Gore the God Butcher. At the end of all that there is, really getting into the nature of what it means to be a god. All 4 issues, near mint condition, $28.
Would you do 40 for that J. Scott Campbell cover?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me dig it out under my sets here. I actually had 2 of those. If anyone else wants one for $40, let me know.
The Thor number 1 second print, so
I think it is still in here. And I think that Thor 134 was still in here too. So y'all just give me a minute. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. That is the first full appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. This is the 1 in 50 Paulo Rivera EC Comics homage variant. We had took this one down to 40. The Thanos issue number 1 hip hop variant for $40.
Guy McLeod's picking up that hip hop on E, and that was our last copy of that.
Excellent. We have the Ian Bertram Rocket and Groot variant for Guardians 3000 down on I.
Michael Kennedy's claiming that other J. Scott Campbell Thor 25.
You've got it. We had a few copies left on Thor issue number 1 from Odinson's return to the title after the Jane Foster saga. Just $3. That is half off the original MSRP on that book. We had Silver Surfer Black issue number 1 Ultimate Comics store exclusive by Joe Jusko. You can get it absolutely gorgeous, limited to just 2,000 copies for $50, or limited to just 500 copies. We have the Virgin variant. Again, if you buy the Virgin variant of the book, we'll give you a copy of the base book along with it at no additional charge. And then you can also pick up that book at the CGC graded 9.8 for $500.
Brandon Kern's picking up that Thor on A.
You got it. And we've got a couple of those if anyone else wants one. $3. Beta Ray Bill, issue number 1, Ultimate Comics exclusive by Mike McCone, just $25. getting his time in the sun with the Marvel frame variant, also available as a CGC graded 9.8 for a flat hundo. We had Thor issue 275. I believe that one was the first appearance of Loki's wife. Very fine condition. $12.
Kevin's found a copy of Thor on A.
Excellent. Got Thor issue number 3. This is the Nick Klein design variant that they did for the 3rd printing for $5. We've got the Unworthy Thor 5-issue miniseries, all 5 issues together, near mint condition, $24. You want to follow Odinson in his time without Mjolnir. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5, the first full appearance of Angela at Marvel. Scotty Young variant. We had this one for 20, took it all the way down for 12. A couple of those still available.
So when you do G for 6, you have it at 12. Or 270.
Yeah, let's do it. That's last looks, baby. We've got the Mighty Thor issue number 1. We had it at 12, took it down to 10. This is our last copy featuring Chris Hemsworth as Thor movie special. $10. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy 146. That is the first issue of the Marvel Legacy. It is the 1 in 10 Mike McCone headshot variant for $5. And then our last few bits here.
We can't do an offer on B. We've already taken it down to that price. So 10 is the going rate.
We have the complete Thor Frog of Thunder saga. All 3 issues together by Walt Simonson. First, Puddle Gulp, also known as Simon Walterson. First Thor Frog of Thunder. First full Thor Frog of Thunder. And first cover with Thor Frog of Thunder. Going to be $75.
Michael's picking up B.
You got it.
Austin is wondering if you would do 55 for that frog set on D. Give it 70.
Let's do it. I've got a one-of-a-kind hand-sketched Chris Samney Thor on Thor God of Thunder, issue number 1, blank sketch variant, near mint condition, $175. I've got Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 1, first full appearance of the modern Guardians of the Galaxy, origin of the modern Guardians of the Galaxy, near mint condition, a flat $100. Got the first appearance of the High Evolutionary in Thor issue 134, good condition, $120. We've got that second printing variant for Thor issue number 1 by Russell Dodderman, near mint condition, $100. We have Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 2, raw copy, near mint condition, $125. We've already taken that one down from $150. We have the same issue, but CGC graded with the limited edition Thor label at $185. Basically the same price, just kind of paying for the grading fees. And then we have Thor: God of Thunder issue number 5, CGC graded at a 9.8, and Thor: God of Thunder issue number 6, CGC graded at a 9.8. First full appearance of Gore and origin of Gore and the Necro Sword. Going to be 185 and 325. And that is everything. Up once, everything that's left. Got to see it again. What you got?
Would you do that Thor second print for 65?
I can take it down to 75.
All right, the shields. Let's know if that works for you.
Organize some stuff while y'all think about what you want. I'll go ahead and use this moment to remind you all. I think I mentioned it briefly. Next week, Tuesday, should be pretty fun. I think there's a brand new Daredevil series. I've got 1 or 2 Daredevil things that I think you're going to be real into. I'll get those preview books up tomorrow afternoon. But Thursday is going to be our big Independence Day blowout. I think Victor will be back. But I've got some very choice material for that. If you're a little bit patriotic and or really love independent comics, it is going to be the show for you. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, playing around with the theme. Some things a little double fit, kind of fit the Real America theme, also kind of really fit the independent comics theme. So make sure you're tuning in all of our shows every week, but especially next week. We've got a couple really good shows coming up.
So 75 was the offer on and then the Shields has a combo offer for you.
All right, I love combos.
H and I together for 130. It comes together at 195.
Let's see. I said 75 on the bottom for that. I think for the two of them together, 155 would be the lowest I could do.
Just counting your 155.
That's the lowest I can do. Don't even want to hear it.
All right.
But I appreciate it. All right. I had a lot of fun. I love Thor. It's my favorite Avenger. I'm very excited about all things Thor all the time, but I've been looking forward to this show for a while. Had some really good books that I was really excited about, and I'm really happy that some of you were excited about them as well. There's a small number of books that didn't make it up to the show tonight that you'll hopefully be seeing in the near future. I'll make sure I get those processed.
This is 155 was good.
Excellent. Sounds good. Slide a couple of these up while I continue thanking you for joining us. I really do. I love going through comics. I love finding the first appearance of the High Evolutionary, and I love reading all about Jane Foster as Thor and the whole Gore the God Butcher saga. I'm incredibly excited to see it presented in another medium, and I am overjoyed that makes a lot of people more interested in these characters and stories as well, because I mean it's just the best. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see ya on Tuesday. Until then, stay ultimate.
Yeah. Good night.